I personally feel that inheritance tax is one tax you don't need to worry about. The biggest problem about inheritance tax is before paying it you need to be dead. So the first thing I would say to you is thinking about maximising the enjoyment you get from your money before deciding on gifting it to other people. There's no problem in actually gifting property, but you need to bear in mind there may be capital gains tax issues to consider. There could also be stamp duty, land tax issues to consider if the property is mortgaged. You may like to consider using a trust. That may be a way of protecting the wealth from other potential losses through marriage and your family. Bear in mind that inheritance tax is 40%, whereas if money is lost through divorce, maybe you gift the property to your children, they subsequently become divorced, then potentially maybe 50% of the asset could be given to others rather during your lifetime. As an investor, travel costs are tax deductible. The amount to claim is 45 pence a mile for all business journeys. Now those business journeys can be looking at new properties, meeting with your mentor, attending PIN meetings or any other training meetings as far as that's concerned, collecting rents, carrying out repairs to the property. All those are business journeys, and you can claim for those, as I say, at 45 pence a mile for the first 10,000 miles per year. The rate then goes down to 25 pence per mile. Education expense is quite an interesting one. It does depend on whether you are trading as a limited company or as a sole trader investor in your own name or in partnership with others. As far as a company is concerned, the amount you pay for training is deductible in full, provided of course the actual training is the contract is between your limited company and the training provider. For a sole trader or an investor in their own name, the tax treatment is different. It does depend on whether the training is for renewing a skill you already have, though an update course, or whether it's acquiring a skill you don't presently have. Acquiring a new skill is counted as a capital expense. That means it is not deductible from your first profits, from your first deals that you make. Whereas if you already have that skill and you go on update course, then the amount is tax deductible. When buying a limited company, you need to consider the financing provisions. In most cases, banks and other lenders will not look to lend money to a company if you're looking to purchase a buy-to-let property. That means realistically, you cannot trade as a limited company for normal buy-to-let investments if you want finance. The position I would say you must always use a company are in two circumstances. If you are looking to flip properties, in other words you're doing property development, then I would always suggest you carry that planning out through a limited company. Bear in mind you're looking at different lending criteria because you are looking at a business, and banks will lend differently than they would on a buy-to-let mortgage. And bear in mind you are looking for very, very quick profits and very, very quick turnaround. And by going through the limited company, you're looking to pay corporation tax rates of typically 20% compared to potentially personal tax rates of 40 or 45%. So provided you are looking to reinvest your properties into future, reinvest your property profits into future flipping opportunities, then I would say I'd always trade through a limited company. The second position I think a limited company is the best way of trading is if you are looking to do rent to rents. Bear in mind you are making a personal guarantee to the landlord to pay a certain amount of rent to him. By using a limited company, you are protecting your other assets. If for any reason something goes wrong with the letting and you haven't sufficient funds to pay the rent you've guaranteed to pay. So having a limited company gives you a certain amount of protection of potential losses against your other potential assets such as houses and things like that.